that don't know me, I'm Lynn Fisher, I'm the ag teacher here. And I just have a couple of things I want to say before I get my seniors up here and do the retiring officer speeches. So, first off, many of my students know that after Wednesday night, after the exercise fair, hey, thanks. I got a phone call, and hence that's why I was not at school. Thursday, Friday, and won't be here probably 1 or 2 days this next week. My father-in-law is in the hospital, and hopefully, right now we're kind of looking on the up and up, but if it weren't for my parents, if it weren't for the kids, this wouldn't have happened this weekend, the critter crawl. I didn't even come to that, and it went off without a bang. So from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate this community. You guys definitely come together when in times of need, and we also found out this evening that one of our former FFA members, they had a house fire this afternoon, so we'll probably be working on trying to make sure that they're comfortable as well. And so I have certificates for everybody as well. All of our participants up here, you'll get them. I do apologize. That's usually done, that Thursday or Friday before Banquet. So I can't thank you all enough. Kitches, Barnharts, Powell's, or Hoffers. I don't even know where Malia is at. There she is. Hey. Thank you all for getting the food together. It was going to be this year, I was going to cater for everybody. Well, that didn't happen. And when I told John when he was sitting in the hospital, I'm like, John, of all weekends for you to get sick, this was not a good weekend. He looked at me and he's like, well, that's a bummer. And just gave me a smile. So, that means that his spirits are up. And I really do appreciate you all coming together to help the kids out this weekend, because I don't know what I would have done without you. With that being said, can I get all my seniors to come up? All right, underclassmen, this is who we're losing this year. 4 years ago, I came to the school with 2 years of teaching under my belt, and I had these kids as freshmen. There were multiple times where Lyda and I'd be caught singing in class, and then Kaitlin telling us to be quiet. I have Kaitlin for 3 hours a day this year. I have some gray, maybe. Me too. But these kids have definitely made life here at Triton interesting and fun. And I'm going to dearly miss them all. Out of this bunch, we're going to maybe have an ag teacher or two. I have somebody who I know I can count on to do my hair. You might have a banker. Actually, there's 2 of you I can count on doing my hair. Yes. I was. There we go. Perfect. And then a couple of them who are still trying to figure it out, and that's okay. There is no rule, kids, that says you have to have everything figured out when you are 18 years old. I didn't have things figured out. I was going to be a vet, and this is where I am today, because freshman biology in college is a killer. Make sure you study, okay? With that being said, there's some recognition I want to give. I do apologize to these kids. National FFA doesn't tell us things are on back order, and their senior gifts and their cords are on back order. Didn't know that until everything got shipped out. So I do apologize. So you guys will get those here soon. But our 2-year FFA members that I want to recognize, they will not be receiving their cords, but I just want to give them recognition, is Bobby Smith and Missy Young. And neither of them are here today. In order to receive your senior cords, you have to be an FFA for 3 or 4 years. You have to have completed an SAE, participated in FFA events, and I kind of look at mentoring the younger members, and every single one of these girls on stage has mentored a member in some way, shape, or form, whether it be siblings, cousins, or just the kids sitting next to them in class. And so, earning their senior awards this year, we have Jessica Music. And Lyda Scarberry. I have some special awards that I give a few of my seniors, and in order to earn a senior plaque, they have had to have earned their Hoosier FFA degree. And during degree season, the ag room is chaos, but let's be honest, when isn't the ag room chaos? Especially this year. Thank you, Abigail. But with the Hoosier degrees I hold at the utmost importance when it comes to FFA, because that looks at the kids as a full picture. It's awesome to say we won the district or we won area, we got to place at the state contest with all these CDEs. That's a wonderful opportunity for the kids, but when we're looking at the degrees, we're looking at all of them as a whole. And even though maybe one of the judging events that we do is not their cup of tea, it doesn't mean that they can't get recognized on the state level. This year, I have 4 seniors that are graduating that have earned their Hoosier FFA degree. They were able to get their degrees last year at State FFA Convention, and they're the ones that have the chains that are hanging from their jackets. One senior couldn't be here this weekend. I know that she was due. She might be, they're in the state of Indiana. Okay. Well, I'll just wait then. I won't say, because maybe she'll just come running in. She might. If not, she'll be here for the food. So, well, my phone sits up there too. Okay. All right. So we're going to skip Helen. We'll come back to Helen here in a minute. So I'm going to talk a little bit about JoAnna McCoy. JoAnna is one of my horse girls. So if I have any question, I talk to. JoAnna is one of the people that I go to talk to her about. If I have ever needed anybody to head a committee to get things done, I call on JoAnna. This year alone, she headed up our activity day where we presented 10 different stations to the elementary kids, kindergarten through 4th grade, and we had a 6th grade class come over. And that was JoAnna. She got everything around, and I can't thank you enough. She's going to be studying Ag Ed, so okay. She will be starting out at Ivy Tech and doing the Pathway to Purdue program. So that is a program that Ivy Tech Lafayette offers, and they will. She will be an Ivy Tech student as well as a Purdue student going through the program. So, JoAnna, thank you for 4 interesting years. I have siblings, so I've got more McCoys coming up. But thank you so much for always being there and always brightening my day with your smile as you walk through the door. The next senior plaque goes to a young lady that I've had the privilege of getting to know over the past couple of years as a staff assistant, which has been very convenient to call on Jenna to help me out with some things in the classroom, to work on some FFA activities on her off periods, and she this past year has served as a district officer on the district team. She was district treasurer. And Jenna's just definitely one of those kids that I would end up texting every now and then saying, hey, I'm just going to text you a list. This is some stuff that we need to get done. I knew that it was going to get done and done very well. Even though she claims she is not a good writer, she actually is. Good job, parents. She just doesn't like it, but she's a phenomenal writer. Jenna's heading off to Purdue next year. In
Health sciences pre-professional.
Health sciences pre-professional. That was one thing that was kind of determined very recently, so she's still going to be in Indiana and toil her up. Jenna Swihart. And lastly, well, unless Helen walks through the door, then we'll talk about Helen for a little bit too. Abigail, you know, every now and then you find students, and all the girls standing up here, it's kind of hard as a teacher to remind yourself every day that these kids are your students, especially when we can spend countless hours talking on the phone, planning things, prepping things, and the 9 o'clock rule that I have kind of flew out the window in the month of March and April. Many conversations happened like close to midnight. Hey, Fish, we need to get this done. So, Abigail this past year served as far as I know, the first ever Triton FFA District 2 president. We were able to host the district leadership contest, and again, I'm going to say my many thanks to all the volunteers that I had out there. Parents who were awesome. When we were trying to figure out volunteers, we'd pick up the phone and you said, no problem, just put us to work. You were there when I didn't know exactly what I wanted you all to do, but you hung around and you figured out, hey, we can do this. So, you know, from mine and Abigail's and Jenna's, you know, just many, many thanks from the District 2 officer team. Garrett, I'm actually going to recognize too, because Garrett served on the district officer team as well as District Sentinel. And so we all thank you all very, very much. There were many compliments from all the judges that this was one of the most well-organized events they've been to, as well as the ag teachers. So that was my goal. I haven't heard a single criticism for that night. So I do think it was all of your hard work putting that together. So thank you again. And I know Abigail and Jenna both thank you as well, because yeah, that definitely made that event go much easier. Abigail has served as our Sentinel Vice President. Jenna was our treasurer last year, I failed to mention that. Jess has been our secretary. Helen was our reporter 2 years ago? Last year. So there's lots of senior leadership on this team. But Abigail, from me to you, you've truly become a good friend. And Wednesday, when I called you guys and said that you were rushing John to the hospital, you all stepped up and said, we got this. Actually, her text message said, don't worry about anything, just show up and look pretty. Well, I showed up, so I got that part done.
And I've seen it works, yeah.
Got me trying to think, I'm not even going to go, well,
Yeah,
let's not talk about that day. Kaitlin walks in, her hair is in a bun, and the barn door is wide open. I'm like, dude, put yourself together. You know, it's Kaitlin. It's a bad day. But Abigail, truly, you helped get everything organized for this afternoon, and that's not an easy feat, especially when I was going to cater it for you all as well. And so I had everything. I mean, it was going to go fairly well, but yeah, a lot of good that happened. So, but I do want to thank you so much for not only being my student, my FFA president, but most importantly, my friend. Thank you. The Community Foundation Scholarships. because I think it's pretty special being able to announce that in front of the entire FFA. They will get recognized, oh gosh, it's Friday. Yes, okay, Friday. And so I just want to recognize them for their scholarships. They will get recognized, their pins and certificates. The Community Foundation that is awarded to an FFA member who excels in leadership and community service and will be attending Purdue University. And so this year, the applicant will be Abigail Powell. All right, seniors, I know I could tell stories about every single one of you and we'd be here for hours and I'd start rambling. So, Kaitlin, so tall, very well.
Start that.
See, every time. All right, let's get a picture. Seniors, thank you very much. All right, camera around. Can we tram? Show me the girlfriend. Are we good? Okay. She's not going to be black and gold next year, but that's okay because she's going to K-State. We're pretty excited to have Helen, tell us all about K-State this past year. You've been up there third time this weekend, going out and touring campus. I had a cousin go through that program, and he had an absolute blast. And so I know that you're going to make lots of friends, even though you're like 12 hours away from all of us. Road trip is just FYI. But Helen, I'll tell you what, there were a few times this past year, she's very good at interviewing and training kids with interviewing. It was the week before our actual chapter interviews, officer interviews, I would peek out during my 6-hour class and Helen would be out there coaching. I think at one point she had 6 kids out there working with her, trying to go over questions to make sure that they were prepared for their officer interview. Then she also helped a few of them with their district interviews as well. And she's kind of become the mother hen a little bit. And we're going to miss you, kiddo. Like, she's another one. Seriously, if I could fail and actually make a difference, I probably would. But her work is so good, so you can't even justify that. This past year, actually, with her and Alexa for their agri-science fair project, and I saw that it's on display, they did a huge survey on GMO perceptions, and I have never seen 2 kids so excited about doing research. And so it was awesome for them. They could walk into class with that smile on their face. We